Hi Omar,
Hi, Upa.
how is it going? Thank you for joining.
All good. Thank you for accepting me.
My,
Hello, everyone. By the way, my name is Ömer. I am from Turkey, Istanbul, and I am the operations manager of DolarlaKira branch in Istanbul, Turkey.
Mhm.
And today we will be talking about our company profile and our services and our products. So,
Right.
what about you, Upa?
Well, I'm Ukba Sardini. I'm the operation manager of USD Rand in Dubai. And we're going to go today in this webinar. We're going to talk about, an overview of the company. What do we do and our branches around the world, our team, our marketing efforts. This webinar is going to be divided into three sections. The first section is going to be with you regarding our properties, what we offer,
Yes.
the process in general. Then Peter from our office in the States, from the headquarters, he's going to join us. He's the property
Okay.
manager. He's going to talk about the process after the purchase is completed and the deed is
Yeah.
transferred and you fully own the property now. Then we're going to be joined by some, not everyone, because we could not we manage because of the
Yeah,
different.
it's hard to, yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a team, so it's hard to manage everyone.
So
So thank you
yeah,
guys.
so we're gonna get like some of our members from the Turkish team, Spanish team, French team, Arabic team, English team. So like a mix of everyone. And we're gonna have also with us like our operation officer, our marketing officer, and we're gonna like go deep in it.
Yeah, the main idea of this webinar is like you can find your answers like prior to get in touch with us, our company, what we do, what services we do offer, and what products we do offer. So hopefully, we hope that this webinar will help you to find your answers
Exactly,
about
exactly.
exactly about our company profile.
Right. So we decided to do this webinar for like or the structure of it. It's based on all the questions we are getting from all the regions,
Yeah,
from our clients, from all backgrounds, from all languages. So they have the same questions basically once you are going to invest in a foreign country and like the process of it. So I think we should start, right? Um, we we
yeah.
we,
Let's
we could
start.
do.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so let me just share my screen for a bit and
Mhm.
do a small presentation of our um, brands. Um, so basically, this is our headquarter in the States. It's called wincoinvest.com. This is our website, and underneath this corporate, we have three branches around the world, which service like I think it's fair to say around like 300 to 500 million people
Yeah, I believe
different
so. I believe
background.
so.
Yeah, so DolarlaKira is in Turkey. Of course, we have many branches in Istanbul itself. We have in Ankara, we have in Izmir, and we
Yeah.
have Home to Invest US. It's in Miami. It's the LATAM region, Spanish speakers basically. We are targeting them, and we have USD Rent. It's in Dubai, which is specialized in targeting Arab speakers, French speakers, English speakers, Urdu speakers. So we are covering the whole area, like
We
basically.
can say that, yeah,
Yeah.
clearly.
And this is like our service or our products, let's say, what we offer to our clients. We're just going to go shortly about one by one, then, but the focus is going to be about the property life cycle, which is like basically like the majority of our clients they are looking for. We have the private equity partnership, we have capital raise, we have E2 investor program, quick flip, financing, and we have the property life,
Property life cycle.
which is
Yeah,
this is the
basically
most.
all these products are, secured with real estate. We are specialized in real estate, but what we are offering, they are all our options are the main product is real estate. But
Right.
when you just purchase a real estate, it's more than buying a rental property. There are other options. Most people they do not know. The U.S. market offers like variety of investment options for about the real estate investment. So we believe this will help you to understand and um, differentiate the differences between just buying a rental property and other options as well.
Correct, correct. Okay, so let's go deeper in this property life cycle, or like let's start by choosing a property. So how does this process work? Based on what?
You should consider like buying any product that's produced by a factory. So
Hmm.
I I can say that this is a property factory because when you order it, you have to pick and decide what you order. So technically, you just decide within your budget what property you would like to purchase, and you just let us know. Then we make the all necessary arrangements on behind. Then it passed to the next step. Like it
Correct.
all comes with the like six, I think six steps.
Next
So
steps,
at the
yeah.
end of this cycle, you should know that you have an excellent investment product that, and you don't have to be in the US. This is the best part.
Hmm.
Because after you complete this cycle, you are exactly uh, being invested in the US like you are in the US. Like there is no difference than the American citizens. So
Right, right.
it's performing
Let
property.
me let me also say something. I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong. Even if the client is in the States, the
Yes,
purchasing process is the same. So it does not
absolutely.
matter
There
if
is
you
no
are here in
difference.
Dubai
Yes.
or in Turkey or somewhere else.
No,
It's the
no, no.
same
There is
process.
no difference than buying, like being in the US or being abroad. So, because title companies handles all the title process, and the
Correct.
property management companies, they manage your property. So there is no difference being in the US or being abroad.
And let me add something very important that some people or some clients when they hear that we are in Dubai or in Istanbul or in Miami, they are mixing that we are offering properties in those cities. Like when USD rent is in Dubai, it means you are selling in Dubai, which we are not
No,
doing.
no.
We
We
are
are
just like a
only,
branch
yeah,
of the corporate offering
yes.
only in the States. This is the
Yes, we are
it's very
only focusing
important.
on in the States, and we are experienced and we are specialized in the US market. So we do not offer any other options in any place in the
Right,
world.
right. Okay, so I'm gonna be the client right now. I mean, I
Okay.
chose the property, which is like let's say $150,000, $200,000. I
Sure.
mean,
Can we just also show the property
right,
life cycle?
sure.
So in order to understand it
So
better. This
I
can be
chose
found on our website, by the way.
all websites. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you start the journey with sales pipeline. Sales pipeline is where you decide what property that you are going to buy. After
Mm-hmm.
you decide your property, it passes to the next pipeline, which is title. Title pipeline is where your deed is secured and handled by title company, licensed title company in the
Mm-hmm.
US. Uh, we work like with different title companies, but the title pipeline means that after you decide your property, all title work being handled by third party,
Right.
licensed title company. So at this step, you receive like full ownership and with secure deed. Also, it comes with a clear title and with insurance, title insurance. So there is no hassle to
And
being in
all of
the
that
US
can be done online.
remotely. Yes, absolutely.
Good.
And just to mention that even the US citizens, they do, like there is no difference. You will have to use a title company, and in that way, so you know that your
Mm-hmm.
paperwork and everything is went smooth, and until you receive the title sheet.
Right, same process for all citizens. Okay, there is a
Correct.
question here that some clients are asking about like, do I need to establish a company on my name to own this property? Is it necessarily, do I need to do it or no need for it? What's the advice in this?
Well, it's suggested. It's not an obligation. You don't have to, but especially for if this is an investment property, we highly recommend you to establish a company, especially for foreign investors.
Right.
Why? Because there are many benefits. But of course, when it comes to that point, we mentioned the differences. But most of the
Mm-hmm.
citizens, even though they are buying for investment purposes, so they are establishing a company, they are buying under LLC for tax benefits, for
Right.
liability, benefits. So It's better to buy under an LLC, but it's not a must. So the buyer, the client can decide whether they would like to proceed with LLC or individual. Both
Right.
can be done. By the way, the title pipeline, there's one more very important information here. Your title companies also secures your monies because you don't have to pay to seller. You
Mhm.
wire your funds to title company. It's called escrow account. So escrow account is technically just uh, a temporary account until you receive the ownership.
Which is a
When you
guaranteed one,
yes,
basically. No one
yes.
has access
So
other than the title company.
absolutely. So you
Mhm.
wire to title company, they keep your funds, they handle the title work, you receive the deed with full ownership, then
Right.
they pay the seller. So during this transaction, if anything like occurs like unexpected, so you can always ask your money back, and there is no
Right.
problem.
Let me focus on this point because most of the clients, I mean, in all regions, basically, they are thinking that they need to, we are receiving the money from them. The process is like they send 15%, which is down payment. Then once the deed is a transfer, they send the 85% left. For some reason, they are mistaken or they are thinking wrongly that we will take the 15% and pay it on their behalf, which is that's not the case at all.
No, not really, because how it works, you should when once you sign a contract that you to open a file to be able to open a file in a title company,
Right.
you should pay an earnest money deposit. It's called like EMD. You pay like a deposit, then the file can be opened and title company start the title procedure. So we are not accepting any type of payment, direct payment.
Right.
It should be done by title company, and most of the buyers they know what title companies are, and we recommend them to make their own due diligence prior to buying process. Because
Hmm.
in the US, it's very simple. You can even choose your own title company, but we are specialized at like where in our markets we work with most experienced because
Hmm.
also when you're a foreign buyer, you should deal with some differences between selling and buying as a foreigner. So we recommend them some title companies, and they can wire to title companies. Then
Understood.
it's quite
Understood.
simple.
Okay. How about the bank account? Do we help I mean, we said that we help them in the company. If they decide to establish a company, the LLC, we will also, it's part of our services. How
Mhm.
about the bank account? Do we provide it for the clients in the
We
States?
direct them. We direct them. I mean, we cannot open on their behalf, of course, but
Hmm.
there are different options opening a bank account. Like there are some banks in the US you can open remotely without going to the US, but it's not
Right.
individual. It should be LLC account. So you should be
Okay. Company
yeah.
one.
So you can't open like individual account. If you have a company, there are some banks that they are offering opening account remotely.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah, we direct, we help, but we don't open on their behalf. It's not guaranteed. Whenever they
Right.
travel to the US, they can open with any bank on their name and LLC name.
Okay. Okay. Let me also mention something very, very important that most of the clients are asking. The United States does not provide something called visa for real estate or for any of that. I mean, what you are purchasing is a pure investment, has nothing to do with a visa, correct?
Yes, it's. I mean, in the US, anybody can buy a
Mhm.
property, but it's not related to any visa or any green card. So there are ways to get obtain like some visa types through real estate. Which is we are going to also talk about it today.
The
But
E2
yeah,
investor.
E2 investor visa. But simply, if you are buying a property, you only have the ownership, but
Mhm.
it's not guaranteed that you are going to receive a visa or it
Yeah,
has
yeah. I
no
mean,
nothing.
let me say it. I mean, like because most of the clients, I mean, how to use the word wisely here. I mean, they are corrupted by the Middle East. Like some of the countries, like each country, like either offering a visa or offering citizenship, or those countries in Malta or in Europe. This is a pure investment package.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with the visa. It has nothing to do with anything. I mean, the visa process is just you get your appointment, you go to the consulate. If you have good documents, the visa decider will give it to you. If not, it will not give it to you.
Correct.
Even, Mhm.
Correct. But uh, comparing to other countries, United States also offers visa programs through
Right.
investment. So
Mhm.
you have to focus on and follow those programs, which we also help on those programs. One of them is E2 visa, but buying a simple property is not going to
Correct.
have
Correct.
anything to do with visa type.
Okay. Let's go back to track now. I mean, we reached a point, the client deposit.
Receive it ownership.
Yeah. Now the full deed on the client's name.
Mhm.
So what's gonna happen next?
Well, once they receive the ownership, simply they can go to check through like a city website. It's all transferred in the US. You can see
Mm-hmm.
your deed is recorded under you, but that takes time. That you don't have to see your name immediately because uh, recording takes time in the state and the city. But once you have the deed, if your property needs construction, because we are selling two different types of product. Once you buy a property that needs rehab or turnover, it
Mm-hmm.
passes the construction pipeline where your property is, the construction start, turnover starts, and our team makes it ready for the rent, to rent it,
Right.
receiving rental income. But other properties are done and rented. You don't have to worry because it passed directly to PM pipeline, which is the next step.
Mm-hmm.
But if you purchase a property that needs turnover or rehab, in this pipeline, you will have to wait until it gets ready, depending on
It
the
varies
property.
between a project and
We
another.
already mentioned the timeline, like prior you purchasing it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
after that, we pass to property management pipeline,
Right,
which means
right. I mean,
property
I
is
mean,
ready,
we
ready.
offering both offers. We have like the non done and rented that
Yes.
you purchase, you get your rent by
Instant
you have it.
income. Yeah. If you,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you have the other ones that needs rehab, which is like
Mhm.
some renovation until it's ready.
Depends on the property, really.
Yeah,
Like some of them, they need light maintenance, and some of them needs like full rehab. So
right, right.
I mean, it has like plus every product has its own benefits because once you buy like a property that needs rehab, which means that at the end of the rehab you will have a brand new property, everything will be renewed.
Hmm,
Some
hmm.
properties needs like like minor rehab, so depends on the property
Right.
really.
Okay, so now we reached the point. They have the deed already. The deed is on their name. What's
Mhm.
next?
Well, if the property doesn't need construction or needs construction, after it's done, it passes the property management pipeline. So at that time, your property being rented
Hmm.
and all necessary licenses being applied, like from the city and the state, because in the US, like you need to get a rental license to rent it legally. So
Correct.
property manager, our property management team hands over all these things on your behalf, and you sign a contract with property manager. Then once your property is rented, you will pass to the most important pipeline, which is AC, affidavit of completion
All
pipeline.
right. All right.
At
Okay.
that point, do you have any question here, like
No,
with
no, no, no,
any
I'm good. I'm
question?
good. Please
Yeah, the
continue.
AC pipeline is simply your property is ready to perform as we agreed. So
Hmm.
your licenses are up and your property is rented. You have lease agreement and recorded. So you don't have to worry about anything. Like as we agreed, we hand over you to your property and your also some warranties we offer that it's being activated at this point, and you will receive a welcome letter, as well as you will receive a software application request, like you will download and login details. You just have to log in, and then you will start seeing what's going on your property. You can simply start screening on your property.
Okay, okay. We're gonna go in depth with Peter
Yeah.
in those details. All right. So we're talking about it in general. I think like we covered everything regarding the property life cycle. I won't just like
Last step, except last step, is the
Mhm.
refinance
Refinance.
pipeline.
Yeah.
Refinance pipeline is your property after the AC pipeline. Most of our properties are being eligible for refinance, which is really big plus comparing to other companies because once you have a performing property, you can refinance your property and buy another property. At that point, we offer our refinance department reach out to our clients and giving more details. If our buyers would like to apply for a loan, which is mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
at that time they can grow their portfolio.
Right, right.
Simply
And this
long-term loan.
And this like happens for a loan. I mean, like, this is the question that most of the clients like they ask us like, okay, like I bought my property and now I own this property and the rent is going. What's gonna happen after a year? What I mean, like if you are not there, how I'm gonna handle it? So like I want to emphasize on this point
Mhm.
that we are looking for the long term, which is the 30 years with this loan, and to make you like a homeowner in the States, but not with a property, only one. To go like each property will fund the other property, and we go eventually that you have your portfolio of investments in the States,
Yes,
right?
correct. And
Yeah.
to answer that question is like in the US, anybody can hire another property manager. So it's not
Mhm.
that really a big deal. If you would like, because you have freedom to choose any property management that you would like to work with. But if they work with our property manager, so there are some benefits. We give them this information after like purchasing property. But they are free. I mean, they are free to choose any property manager.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I think we covered everything regarding those offers. I mean, basically, we did now a full presentation to all the
Mhm.
clients. So,
Mhm.
also like the reason for it that now our sales consultant they could like easily send this video as a
Yeah,
presentation to educate the clients. This is number one, and number two, I mean, like then start already with the process to make it easier and how to go. All right. Do you
correct.
have any other thing, any advices, any questions?
Well, from our side, everything is clear, but we are ready to help any buyers around the world, like if they are, because investment is a long journey, and we are ready to partner with them. So uh, on the way, of course, we give them more details, more information. We educate the client. This is also part of our job. So you don't have to worry about how to buy. How we teach everything.
Correct, correct. All right. Well, I mean, like that's good. We are waiting also for Peter to join. Peter is the property manager. He's in the States, but because of different time zones, maybe like there is like a delay in it. We could like go slowly, if you
Mhm.
don't mind, Omar, in a property management thing, just like small questions until Peter join us. So.
Sure.
Okay, so basically, I mean, like we reached the point of the property management. The
Mhm.
client has the apartment or the property or several properties because some clients they ended up like buying two or three or four as a full package of investment.
Multiple properties, yes,
Right.
correct.
Now we like the property management company which belongs to us as well running this property. What's happening here?
Well, simply your
Peter
properties.
just joins. Let
Yeah,
me.
okay. So
I'm
Peter
sorry.
can.
We could also like go through with
Since
it.
he's a property manager, I believe
Yeah,
he
yeah. I
will
mean,
have
like he's the
answers. No worries.
expert. He's the expert when it comes to the property management.
No worries. Okay.
Hi, Peter.
Peter, can you hear us?
Um,
I think he's connecting at the moment.
no, he's connecting, but his camera and audio are off, so we need to give him a couple of seconds. Yeah, so back to it until like Peter appear because it's early morning in the States.
Yeah, so once you sign a property management agreement, then your property is being managed on your behalf. And, you know, most of the time you will receive notifications from property manager, like what's going on your property, when you receive a rental, rent payments, and if there are any like maintenance requests from the tenant. So you can screen all these steps through your software, where we also send you the invitation. Then you can download to your uh, mobile and you
Right.
can log in. Then you can just text property manager, see like how much you received rent for this month, if there is any request, maintenance requests. So you don't have to worry about what's going on in your property because it's being managed on with professional team in the US and licensed property
Perfect,
management
perfect.
company.
And we are taking all the topics that Peter is gonna speak about, but it's his fault, not our fault. So we're gonna find a way about it. Okay,
Yeah.
some clients like they ask about the tenant. Like okay, who's gonna stay in this property? This is number one. Number two, what's gonna happen to this property if someone break the window? Or like the tap is not working or the light or whatever. Who's gonna handle all of that from A to Z?
Well, first of all, to avoid like problems at the beginning, property manager decides who to rent the property. So the tenant screening, as far as I know, is very important at this point.
Hmm.
So if your property manager is experienced property manager, so they avoid problems from the beginning. Because tenant screening is a very important part of this job.
Right.
Uh, yeah, so Peter can answer at this point.
Yeah. Hi,
Hi, Peter.
Peter.
Good morning.
He's
Can you
trying
hear
to
us?
connect the audio. He needs a second, I think.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
loud and clear. How are you, Peter?
Oh,
Thank you for joining.
great, great,
Thanks for
great.
joining.
Yes, yes, definitely. My apologies for the the issue prior. It was a video issue, so
No
I had to
worries.
improvise. So here we are. My apologies.
Well, welcome and
That's fine. We were just talking about the property management duties and, most of the questions about the property management. So I believe you have better answers since you are our property manager. So you can talk about like what's property management, how to manage your property and tenant issues,
yeah,
etc.
yeah. And our waiting room is getting like really crowded now. Most of the team members they are sitting and waiting. Well, let me walk you through what we did already, Peter. We spoke about the client, how they're gonna start their journey with us until they reach that the deed is in their name. Then now we enter the section of the property management, which is like the questions. I'm gonna like throw them all at once. Then I'm gonna like give you the stage. So like the questions is how they're gonna receive their rent, how to follow up with this property, what's gonna happen if something happened to the property, the tenant screening, the taxation regarding the property, and the final question. If I decide after a year or two, I wanna take this property by myself, am I allowed to do it or not? So like those are the frequently asked questions by most of the regions that we are serving
Mhm.
by those 300, 500 million people. So please, the stage is all yours.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. When it comes to the management itself, this market is a very dynamic environment, which requires us to, be on a number of fronts for the client in order to, try to maximize the investment on the property that they have. And we also do our best to try to mitigate any potential liability that the client could face as well. Our main job is to, aside from collect rent and disperse that to the client, is to maintain a relationship. We are about nurturing and maintaining relationships with the clients themselves and the tenants that reside in their property as well.
Correct.
We are here to provide a service to the client. We take that very seriously, and we appreciate the opportunity to serve them.
Right, right. And okay, like the rent, how they're gonna receive it? I mean, like, is it gonna be monthly? payment or like quarterly? How do they receive their collection, their money?
Certainly. So rents are paid out monthly, and we have a variety of options to pay the rent. And that would, depending on the client and whether or not if they have a U.S. bank account or an international bank account. If they don't have a U.S. bank account, we can still send funds to them monthly that could be to them within 24 hours or less. From bank accounts. So many different countries, there's a fee for that. And if they wanted to have a little bit less of a fee, we could send money through Wise, which would take slightly longer, a couple of more days, and the fee would be a little bit less. Or if a client has a U.S. bank, we have a number of other options that are not available to clients who just have international accounts, which provide for better speed of service, funds received, and lower fees.
Okay. Now the most important questions that I mean, like we're getting asked by everyone. I'm a tenant, I'm not paying, and I'm causing problems. What you're gonna do about it?
Well, you're definitely you're gonna hear from us. Number one, we believe in communication with our tenants, even through times of turmoil. If they're having some sort of an issue, we attempt to first communicate with them, written or over the phone. If that fails, we will come to the property and we will talk with them. If that doesn't work, we will communicate with them and find out what the situation is. And our job, is to try to handle those situations with as much care as possible, and to understand that ultimately our goal is to try to maximize the client's return on investment, which would involve minimizing any sort of non-payment, missing payments, things like that. But if the situation arises, most 98% of the time it doesn't, but if it does, and we need to act swiftly, we are ready to do so to get the tenant evicted, which would take 3 months from beginning to end if that had to happen. But our goal at the end of the day is to be objective and to maximize the client's return, which means trying to work it out with the tenant in a number of ways, which we've been quite successful at over the years.
Yeah, and like that, I think that goes back to Omar's point that he started with, that the most important point is the tenant screening.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. So to avoid this, I think the best option is to avoid these problems, screen the tenant, and to decide whether they are risky or not.
Right.
Absolutely. And that's one thing that we pride ourselves on is our screening process, which has been refined over the years. This is probably, in terms of folks that I've spoken to in the market, one of the most widespread policies that anyone has. But we check a variety of things before we allow a tenant to move into any client's property. We run their credit. We make sure that they make 3 times the amount of rent and income. We verify that income, which we go through an extensive process to do so. We verify employment. We verify prior landlord verifications. We do everything we can, and to ensure that the tenant that moves in at the end of the day is qualified to make the payments and has an intent to stay long term.
Right. One question though regarding the contract with the property management. Is it a yearly contract?
Yeah. So that is the typical standard bearer is a 1-year agreement. There is a clause in the management agreement where after the term of a year, it continues in perpetuity for a shortened term. I believe it's 30 days or 60 days. But we would like to continue to renew people for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. We want to maintain a long-term relationship with the client. And we hope that 1-year term would turn into a multi-year term.
Right. I mean, but the client has the freedom to stop the contract after a year or 2 or 3 and like manage the property by themselves, correct?
Absolutely. So I mean, in terms of an exit clause in the contract, after the initial term, has expired, the client or myself could give notice to the other party. I believe it's a 60-day notice that they wish to move on. And then at that time, if the client was requesting to do so, I would make sure to give our best effort to arm them with all of the information that we have regarding the property and have it be a smooth transfer.
Perfect, perfect. I mean, like I'm good. I covered everything from my side regarding the property management. I don't know about Omar, about you. Do you have any question?
All clear. It's very, I just want to say, like, anyone can choose their property management. This comes to back to your question. They're
Mm-hmm.
not obliged to work with us, but we offer some plus services, which I believe it adds value to our services. So it's not end of the world. Like, if what I'm gonna do if I cannot reach you out, etc. Because there are
Right.
thousands of property management companies in the US. They can easily, without going to the US, they can manage their property.
Right, right. Well, Peter, any final advice, any final message, anything?
Well, just that, here at Strategic Property Management, we will consistently strive to provide, excellent service to our clients and to the tenants that live in their properties. And, if someone wants to come on with us, we are happy to have them, and we'll do our best to provide them as great a service as we possibly can.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much.
Perfect. I think all clear
Let
about the
me
property management.
allow me now to allow all the team members to join. We have
Okay.
a lot of people with us actually. So
Different offices. Yeah.
yeah, different offices, different languages, different backgrounds, different everything. So everyone is joining at the moment, and we're gonna
Everyone can say something in their native
yeah,
language.
yeah. I mean, like a message to the people.
Okay.
Hoş geldiniz, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hello,
Hoş bulduk.
everyone.
Hello.
I'm practicing
Hello.
my Turkish. I mean, like a couple of words only, and that's the limit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning. So
Marlon.
introduce the team. So Miss Alev and Oğuzhan, they are joining us from Istanbul office, and they are the head of the sales team in Turkey, Istanbul. So if you like to say something in Turkish, please go ahead. Oğuzhan Bey, konuşabilirsiniz.
Merhabalar, ben Oğuzhan. İstanbul'dan Ömer Bey'in dediği gibi. Satış müdürü olarak görev yapıyorum. Alev Hanım benim hem eşim hem yardımcım diyebiliriz. O da kendisini
Bakın,
tanısın.
evet.
Ben de İstanbul ofisinde yatırım danışmanı olarak destek veriyorum Türkiye ayağında.
Well,
Evet.
hoş
Merhabalar
geldiniz.
herkese
Thank you.
tekrar. Hoş
Hoş
bulduk.
geldiniz.
It's been a long time. I mean, like that's a lovely like meeting, really. I mean, like with all backgrounds, with everything. I'm gonna switch now to we have with us Damla. She is like our marketing genius. She's responsible for all those things you see online. So please, Damla.
Merhaba, ben Damla. Dijital pazarlama sorumlusu olarak online platformlarda reklamlar, görseller, yayın akışının yönetiminden sorumluyum. Amerika'da gelişen ve büyüyen hizmet bölgelerimizi ve hizmetlerimizi dijital mecralarda size tanıtan kişiyim.
All right. Well,
Thank you
thank you.
for joining us.
We have with us Sana. Sana, she is from USD Rent team. She is speaks French, English, Arabic as well. So Sana.
So should I represent myself in French or in
Yeah,
English?
yeah, go in French.
Evet.
Ok. Bonsoir tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Je suis Sana de la team USD Rent, dans le bureau est à Dubaï. Je suis très heureuse d'être parmi vous et j'espère que je suis responsable des ventes ici et j'espère qu'on fera une bonne collaboration ensemble.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Sana.
We have
Merci.
Lojena with us. Lojena also, she speaks, she's from USD Rent team. She speaks also multiple languages. So I'm gonna let you, Lojena, choose the language you would like to speak with. We cannot hear you, Lojena. I think your audio has an issue or something. Okay, Lojena, I'm gonna come back to you until you fix the audio. Now, Natalie, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Please, the stage is yours.
Okay, I will talk in Turkish.
Right.
Merhabalar, ben Natali. Refinans sorumlusuyum. müşterilerimizin sahip oldukları evler üzerinden refinansla kredi alarak portföylerini genişletmelerini sağlamaya çalışıyoruz. Bunun için destek oluyorum. Teşekkür ederim.
Thank you.
Biz
Thank
teşekkür
you.
ederiz.
Now, Marlon, she is the operation manager of Home to Invest in Miami. Her target audience are all in Spanish. So Marlon, thank you for joining. I know you have a busy schedule, so the stage is yours.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I do speak Spanish and English, but I will go ahead and do my message in Spanish for
Right.
all the Spanish speakers. Hola a todos y bienvenidos a este webinar. Me llamo Marlene Álvarez y soy la encargada de la oficina de Miami de Home to Invest US. Estoy encantada de estar aquí hoy. En Home to Invest es una empresa de
Well,
sus metas financieras, invirtiendo en propiedades en Baltimore. Para más información, no duden en contactarnos.
well, thank you so much, Marlon.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Lojena, do you have any success with your audio? Okay, well,
no worries.
yeah, I mean, you speak French, so Sana spoke for both of you. The rest, I'm handling everything like in English, so I mean, it's gonna be fine for all of us. Well, I mean, like, thank you so much, all of you, for joining. It's like a great meeting, actually, like from different regions. We are, as we mentioned, we started this meeting. We are serving almost 300 to 400 million people around the world, from all sectors, from all backgrounds, from all languages. We speak in our company, we speak English, Turkish, French, Arabic, Spanish. I forgot. Everyone spoke in their language except for me. So this is like, I'm gonna go in Arabic. This is the most important like part for me. I mean, as Lojina, she could not speak, I'm gonna do it. مرحبا، اسمي عقبة. أنا موجود بدبي بشركة USD رانت. شركتنا هي برانش لشركة موجودة باليونايتد ستيتس، الهيد كورتر تبعنا اللي هي وينكو انفست. بنقدم حلول استثمارية عقارية، والبيع بيكون بالولايات المتحدة. تواصلوا معنا. And that was the message. So
yeah. Thank you, Kuba. It was very clear message.
Yeah, I mean, like, hopefully, I mean, like, only like 2 people got it, but the rest, I mean, like, that's what we are talking about. Well, I mean, like, that's it for me for today. I mean, like, if anyone has a message, anything to say, we could like also like finalize this webinar, and like it was great seeing you all.
Well, I believe this webinar will help most of the clients that have an idea about our company profile, what we offer, what services we have. So of course, like we offer some detailed and tailored services. So when they can just pick any investment option, then we will tailor for them. And if they have any question, we will be here ready for them.
Correct. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us.
It was great seeing you with this meeting.
Bye.
Next episode.
Teşekkür ediyoruz.
Teşekkürler.
Bye. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Bye.